Welcome West Virginia to NWA Mountain State Wrestling. I'm Jacques Moliere, here with the voice of tradition, Jonathan Styles, and the outlaw rock star, Stephen Hensley. We got a great show for you today. Tell them, everybody, tell them.
Absolutely, fans. I tell you what a way to open the hour. Scotty Reigns is going to put that TV title on the line against Karl.
A TV title he should have never had.
And I tell you what, we're also going to see Matt Conard and Matt Barnett in that big grudge match.
And I tell you what, I can't wait to see you get hurt this morning, Mr. Barnett. You have made a Reaper very angry.
And speaking of not being able to see things, your boys, Cruz Control, are taking on a tag team, but I'm not going to tell you who it is, just so you got to stay.
Doesn't matter. Cruz Control is a dominant force in our industry. They're going to roll right over top of anybody.
You will be torn when we see that match. And speaking of torn, I am torn between two great competitors on our main event. The Maestro will put the heavyweight title on the line against Raw talent Ricky Shane.
Well, about a year ago, this match would have thrilled me when the Maestro stole the World Heavyweight title from Ricky Shane in a match Ricky Shane wasn't even in. I'm sorry, do you remember seeing the Stro beat Ricky Shane? It didn't happen. But now Ricky Shane's out high-fiving fans, doing whatever he does. And he's got a heavyweight title match this morning. And much as I would have liked to see the old King Richard win that, I'm not so sure I'm behind him this morning.
Well, fans, let's go and
Of course, I do hate the Maestro. I do hate the Maestro.
Let's get to the action right now.
This is Commissioner Larry Light. If you'd like to see the great TV stars of NWA Mountain State Wrestling come to your town, give us a call at area code 304-673-2054 or check us out on the web at mountainstatewrestling.com.
You know, last week on Mountain State Wrestling was one of the biggest miscarriages of justice in the history of this business. Not only did I lose to Ricky Shane, but Stro, you had to get yourself involved, didn't you? You had to stick your nose where it didn't belong. Well, today, I get to make an example of someone. I get to take on Scott Reigns. And I get to take the Mountain State Television title back. The title that Ricky Shane took from me. And you know, Scott Reigns, this may not even be your fault. I'm just mad because of Ricky and Stro. So maybe tonight, I'll give you a taste of Stro's medicine. Maybe I'll give you some chops, huh? Yeah, how about that, Scott? I just don't want to be in your shoes tonight, Reigns. I don't want to be there at all.
Karl with a K. We go way back. Way back. A little place called Shawsville, Virginia. Perhaps you've heard of it. BWC. We're both coming up through the ranks. One of the few kids there that actually cared or gave a you-know-what about professional wrestling. You're crazy as a loon, man. You were crazy then, and you're even more nuts now. One too many chair shots to the head, one too many kendo sticks. You're nuts. I got it. You're crazy. Figured that out. But now, you got me. And we ain't at wrestling camp. And we ain't training, brother. And you are looking to take this from me. You're going to have to pry it out of my dead, cold hands, you crazy SOB.
Now, why would you say that?
Because I hate the fans from Hinton, West Virginia. Do love West Virginia, though.
There's nothing wrong with the fans of Hinton, West Virginia. Oh, it's Scotty Reigns putting Karl right in his place.
What a disrespectful tactic for the television champion.
Karl, an elbow tie-up now, though.
You think a guy who's waited all these years to hold that title would act with a little more class?
A little more class? Karl is not somebody that comes to my mind when I'm thinking about class, Steve.
Collar and elbow tie-up. Scotty Reigns comes out with a side headlock on Karl. He's got that cinched in real good. You know, for a guy as small as Scotty Reigns is in stature, he's very strong and he's very skilled. And when you're in a position like Scotty Reigns is, where you aren't the most physically imposing figure from a vertical standpoint, you do have to be very on your game, because a guy with a reach advantage and a leverage advantage can take advantage of that in the blink of an eye.
Well, Scotty Reigns may not be the tallest guy in the fight or be the guy with the greatest reach, but pound for pound, he has a solid frame, and when he gets in there, he is very hard to stop once that momentum gets going in his favor.
And he's got the momentum in his favor, but you see right now, Karl is very intelligent, going to the ring, taking a break, slowing down the momentum. You deserve that championship, Karl. I'm 100% behind you.
But the master of the super kick just patiently waiting as cowardly Karl goes outside again.
And Scotty Reigns going to the outside, chasing Karl in tow. Karl first man in the ring though, and you see Scotty Reigns right now. You know, point to your head. Act like you think you're so smart, Mr. Reigns, but what we really know is you are a coward.
Now wait a minute, I don't trust Karl at all. Just look how disrespectful he was to Scotty Reigns there. Another collar and elbow tie-up now.
Now, rake of the eyes by Karl, and what an intelligent man.
Are you kidding?
Well, let's double check our facts here real quick. Karl was in trouble, took a break. Scotty Reigns started to come in the ring, avoided the first momentum shift. Karl turned things around, and now he's in a fantastic position to perform maneuvers like that incredible Russian leg sweep. So would you call that intelligent?
Well,
I would.
Oh, I call it intelligent how Scotty Reigns is just fighting back there.
Yeah, but you see, Karl's the master of the thick-skulled headbutts.
Oh!
And Scotty Reigns is feeling that one, but answers back with a stiff left hand. But Karl, once again, repeated blows to Scotty Reigns' head with that dangerous cranium of his. That psycho skull is so thick.
Well, Karl, the master of the headbutt, Scotty Reigns. Wait a minute, nobody home.
Scotty Reigns misses big. Karl coming in, delivers a stiff blow to Scotty. Scotty trapped now in that side headlock. Karl trying to bring him down. Scotty fighting against it.
Wait
See the fans.
Wow, out of nowhere, a DDT by Scotty Reigns.
Thankfully, though, desperation kick out by Karl. He's still in this one. Television title on the line. He's not going to go easy tonight.
Well, wait a minute. Karl just sadistically laughing at Scotty Reigns. Oh!
And now he sends Reigns into that turnbuckle.
And now another vicious headbutt by Karl as he fights back.
Scotty Reigns in trouble right now. Television champion last week. And this is a story in wrestling. Here today, going tomorrow. He's a champ coming out of the match last week. But if things keep going in Karl's favor, Karl's going to walk out the champ. Scotty's going to walk out here a couple pounds lighter on championship gold.
Well, I tell you what, Karl being a very wise veteran in there, using a stretch after the backbreaker to pull on the abdominal muscles and back muscles of Scotty Reigns. As Scotty tries desperately to reach for the ropes here.
Karl, though, cinching in that rear waistlock slash bear hug in very tight, but Scotty finally muscles his way over, grabs a hold of the bottom rope and breaks that up. Karl, though, still the first man to his feet, delivers a very effective double axe handle smash to the lower back of Scotty Reigns, follows it up with a headbutt, climbs on over, and it looks like Camel's clutch time.
Oh yeah, and this goes back to what I was just talking about, Steve. How Karl stretched the back after the backbreaker and now capitalizing with the camel clutch, continuing to put pressure on that back of Scotty Reigns.
But Scotty Reigns muscling back up out of that maneuver against all odds after so much punishment. Gets all the way to a vertical base, but Karl brings him right back down into a side headlock. Scotty Reigns being brought to one knee now. trying to jockey for position. And Karl just lays him down on the mat.
And I tell you right now, Scotty Raines just trying desperately to get some oxygen and fight his way out as Karl just cinches it in even further. And I tell you, Scotty Raines has got double trouble now because not only could he be tapping out with a lift of the arm 3 times, but it looks like I spoke too soon. Scotty Raines getting up. Wow, what a drop kick!
Fantastic
and just
standing drop kick.
Quickly, the match changes pace.
But you see Scotty Raines very slow crawling over to Karl. Not quickly enough to capitalize on that fantastic offensive maneuver.
2 count only, though. And now, wait a minute. Scotty Raines picking Karl up again. Putting him in the suplex. Yes! Scotty Raines going for the pin. No!
You see Scotty Raines looking a little bit frustrated here. But this is kind of competition you have to expect when you hold that television title.
What a great elbow by Scotty Raines!
But once again, Karl kicking out. That's the level of competition that he has to compete with right now. And Karl, we've talked a lot about Scotty Raines' Cinderella story last week, winning the television title. But let's talk about the momentum Karl's had the last couple months since turning his back on the fans. This guy's been on a heck of a little roll.
Really? Does he have any titles around his waist?
Well, let's hear how many minutes we got left in this match.
I believe 2 minutes, and Scotty Raines now.
Well, then about 2 minutes.
Oh, wow!
Holy cow!
Oh, look at the power of Scotty Raines!
Fantastic crucifix powerbomb by Mr. Scotty Raines. Karl's in some trouble here, but if anyone can kick out of it, it's him.
2 count only.
Barely, though. Scotty Raines definitely answering the challenge of Karl this morning. Measures him. Karl slowly gets back up to his feet.
Oh, and a signature super kick by Scotty Raines.
Come on, Karl. Come on. No,
Wait a minute,
come on. Yes. Yes. Now you see right here, Andy Awesome. He's fed the hell up with waiting in line. He wants to know where his rematch is. He should have never lost that belt.
Amish Awesome, I can't believe him. Amish Andy, whatever you want to call him.
And Andy Awesome and Karl making a statement. And you see the homeless man from the back, late to make the save.
Johnny Blast mopping up the competition here in Mountain State Wrestling.
The man who is madder than a Hatfield stands tall with a broom.
Shut up, awful!
Scotty Raines! Because of you, I don't have my television title anymore. I had him beat, and everybody knows it. But since y'all like to come out of here at 2-on-1, I tell you what, next month in West Virginia on April the 9th, I'm gonna bring my big brother in here. Marcus Awesome, if you got the guts, you show up and we'll have us an old-fashioned, come as you are, street fight.
Wow! True words have never been spoken by Andy Amish.
And have you, Jonathan Styles, you make me sick to my damn stomach. But let's see how cocky you are next time when Marcus Awesome is out here, the big brother of Andy Awesome. You conducted a freaking interview with me.
I know.
You call him Marcus Amish.
Oh, I know better than that.
You damn sure should. Don't you ever say things like that about Andy Awesome. You arrogant little toad.
Everybody loves it. Andy Amish. It's going to catch on with the beard. Andy Amish. We're going to see signs for next week. Andy Amish. All he needs is the black hat. Andy Amish. See, it's already catching on. Andy Amish.
I don't hear anybody chanting with you there.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.
The fastest sale on wheels is back at Lewis Nissan in Beckley. Rapid price markdowns on over 200 vehicles. New 2011 Nissan Frontier King Cab. Rapid price markdown to only $22,900. New 2010 Nissan Altima 2.5 sedans. Rapid price markdown to only $15,995. Plus 0% APR on new Nissans. Rapid price markdowns are back. Only at Lewis Nissan in Beckley. Call 1-800-TO-BECKLEY or online at lewisnissan.com.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
What is that?
Jacques Moliere, the man's introduction getting cut short there. Matt Barnett standing like a punk, closely arrogant to the champion. Matt Conard could take no more. Headbutted him straight into the face, knocked him for a loop. And now he is on the offensive prowl. Snapmare takedown, kick to the bat. And Matt is in trouble. Matt Barnett, that is. Great high knee lift.
And now, look at that. Look at the aggression by Matt Conard. Barnett, though, fighting back very quickly.
Forearm smash to the lower back of Matt Conard. Barnett rallying back quick. He knows what a dangerous situation this is this morning. He doesn't want to let Matt Conard stay on the offense for very long.
Of course not. He's using the ropes to his advantage and slamming Matt Conard's face right into that turnbuckle. And I tell you what, Matt Barnett and I spoke about this match earlier on the phone this morning. He said there was nothing he wanted more than to get his hands on the current junior heavyweight champion.
There's nothing I wanted more than to see his momentum stop there as he missed with that big flying body splash. Matt Conard, waiting in the wings, delivers a battering ram shot straight to the gut, pulling Barnett back out, straight to the center of the ring. Terrific European uppercut by the Reaper. The Reaper standing tall now, bounds off the ropes, leaps in the air.
Oh, what a devastating knee by the Reaper, Matt Conard.
And Matt Barnett, look of agony on his face. And we saw this, about 2 weeks ago. Barnett was out here in a contest against Conard. Very similar. Conard was out to hurt him. Then we heard quite a few screams and saw quite an incredible look of pain across the face of Barnett. Barnett doesn't want to find himself back there again. He's rallying quicker than I've ever seen him rally back from offense to his opponent.
Oh my, and out of nowhere, look at the great offensive maneuvers by Matt Barnett as he puts the boots to Matt Conard.
Conard in trouble now.
And look at that, look at him go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, that's definitely it, Barnett. Give it to the Outlaw Rockstar.
Jonathan Styles, whatever Matt Barnett wants to do, he wants to showboat, he wants to mouth off to me, whatever, doesn't matter. What matters is what happens in that ring, and yeah, he's on an offensive flurry right now.
Wait a minute,
I question going to the top rope this soon.
No! High risk maneuver, and oh my, no one home though.
And he missed gigantic there.
And Matt Conard quickly to capitalize on that.
And you can feel the action in the ring right over here in our announce position, Jay Styles.
Absolutely.
Matt Conard bringing Barnett back up. Hooks the arms, double underhook. Oh. Fantastic butterfly suplex by the Reaper. The Dark Horse in some serious trouble here.
And now the Reaper just with those clenched fists like big icicles. Just putting the damage to Matt Barnett. And
Reaper pulling him back up by his hair.
And wait a minute. And look at this. I gotta ask, where's the referee in this? Allowing for continuous closed hands by the Reaper.
Well, he mixed it up. I'm pretty sure I saw a forearm shot in there.
He is not mixing up. And
Matt Barnett with the forearm, though.
Oh, yeah. And look at Barnett just in there, going to work on those ribs. Now going to work on the jaw like a boxer.
Matt
Great
Barnett's
hook.
very vicious this morning. This is uncharacteristic of this young man who has appeared so nice for so long.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. A little bit of arrogance there by Matt Barnett. Maybe taking a little too much time. And now Matt
Barnett
Conard has...
showboating for the fans, definitely a mistake. Always a mistake.
Oh.
Fans don't mean anything. Matt Conard knows it. You notice he's not looking out at the fans, asking for approval.
Oh, and Barnett played a little bit of possum there.
Leaps to his feet out of nowhere. And now he's on that middle rope, perched firmly with Matt Conard, firing away with those vicious right arms.
Oh,
Matt Conard shoves him right off. Looks down on him, surveys the situation, flies off, and he nailed it.
I tell you what, I don't know who got more damage there, Conard or Barnett. Both men looks like there is some pain out there.
But you see who's going for the lateral press and the pinfall.
Conard is beginning to experience frustration by not being able to put Barnett away.
But you gotta remember, as frustrated as he is, he's still in control. Matt Barnett's had some fantastic flurries. He's come out of nowhere a couple times. That's why he's known for.
And wait a minute, out of nowhere.
No! Oh, no!
Wow. I cannot believe that. I don't know where that came from. Barnett just almost like a quick hiccup.
It's called desperation, Jay Styles. A lot of things can come out of desperation, including effective maneuvers. Both men, though, struggling to get back up to their feet. Who's going to be the first man to a vertical base? Matt Barnett by a fraction of a second, and that's going to do it for the moment.
And now Matt Barnett could be getting that offense that he desperately needs.
Conard ducks the clothesline, though.
Oh, no!
Brings him down. Variation of a backbreaker there.
And now look at that. Look at the anger of Matt Conard.
I think the term is pissed off.
Whoa!
And this doesn't look like it's going to end very well for Matt Barnett.
I tell you what.
It's torture time. It's torture time. You're in there with the Grim Reaper, and he wants to see the end. Matt Barnett, you might want to go ahead and give up right now. You might see your career end. They don't call him the Reaper because he likes to just win the match. Call him the Reaper because he likes to hurt people. He's done a fine job this morning.
Now wait a minute. And referee trying to get Matt Conard off.
Good luck to you, ref.
I mean, it's like you're going to need the jaws of life to be able to do that.
And the ref's telling him the match is over. That's a plea for mercy if I've ever heard one.
The referee stops the match because Matt Barnett cannot continue.
You see Matt Conard getting down. Strategy, finding a new way to come back into this one. Goes in, tries to take the arm of Willie Blackheart, goes straight into an armbar. Cinches that in, terrific wrist lock on that. Willie Blackheart just bats him with that vicious right hand of his, sends him off the ropes. Terrific clothesline by the man from Lubbock, Texas. Sean Cruz retreating to the outside of the ring.
And a brotherly hug there.
who's going to support you more than family?
Absolutely. And I tell you, fans, even though the tag team titles are not on the line here in our main event, what was that? Was that?
That's the way they show their love. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with that. What?
Are we in Massachusetts now?
Jonathan Styles, I'm tired of your hatred and your bigotry. Your small-minded jokes need to go somewhere else.
Oh, tag brings in Robbie Cruz. And as I was going to say, Steve, even though the titles are on the line in this match in the main event this morning, we will see the Maestro put the heavyweight title on the line against former champion Ricky Shane.
Well, that's going to be a fantastic contest. You're absolutely right about that one, Jonathan Styles. You know, I don't like Ricky Shane. It's not my favorite guy. And I call him no talent Ricky Shane because he's pissed me off so much over the last couple weeks. Or heck, over the last couple months. But that guy is a predator in the ring, and he is hungry to regain some championship gold. Back to the action in the ring, though. Cruz controlling some serious trouble right now.
Absolutely, and what I gotta tell you, Sean Cruz hitting the nether regions of Robbie Cruz makes me wonder how close is that relationship.
Sunday morning, Jay Styles. Let's watch it, brother.
Sunday morning. Hey, I didn't say anything that Big Willie Blackheart didn't gesture.
Sean and Robbie rethinking strategy, talking over game plans. Robbie very slow to get back in the ring, and he's smart to do that. He needs to halt the momentum that Willie's created so far.
Absolutely, and the groin injury now of Robbie Cruz, a collar elbow tie-up now. Side headlock applied by Big Willie Blackheart as he tags in. Tag team partner and former television champion, the Bandit.
Bandit measures him. Stiff kick to the gut. Rear waist lock. Terrific German suplex there. Robbie Cruz holding both his lower back and the back of his neck there. A lot of damage sustained from that maneuver. Bandit cinches in. That terrific front headlock. Just yanking Robbie straight up by his neck and his head. Robbie trying to grab a hold of some ropes. That's not the corner you want to be in, Robbie. You need to get the heck out of there.
And Robbie Cruz trying to work his way over to the corner, and he does, but referee Andrew Gibson out of position, so unfortunately Sean Cruz will not be allowed to come into the ring, but it does give the Bunkhouse boys the advantage they so need.
Terrific double team here by the Bunkhouse boys. They know the 5 count, they're going to make full use of it. You see the frustration across the face of Sean Cruz. Robbie in some big trouble. And Sean Cruz just got a shot too. And Sean's not the kind of guy that's going to take that line down. He goes in the ring. He answers back with a flurry of offense of his own, but gets dumped back to the outside of the ring nonetheless.
Oh, and I tell you, the fans are really giving it to Cruise Control this morning. Look at that! Wait a minute, come on! Now look, Sean Cruz raking the eyes for good measure.
And Cruz controlled this one for the first time in a while. And Sean is definitely going to do his darndest to make sure they hold on to that control for quite a while.
Referee out of position. And now the Bunkhouse boys are getting the short end of the stick. Bandit getting choked out by Sean Cruz there.
Sean Cruz, boot to the top of the Bandit's head. And Bandit right now, unfamiliar territory for him this morning. He hasn't suffered much punishment yet, neither has Willie, but right now, the Bandit is definitely in trouble. And Sean Cruz, he's not the kind of guy that's going to play sportsman out there. He's the kind of guy that's going to play hurting time.
Tag brings in his brother Robbie, and they continue to cut that ring in half, as any good veteran tag team would do, keeping out the fresh Big Willie Blackheart.
I think it's significant to note that Cruise Control, we talk a lot about the history of the Bunkhouse boys, of course being 5-time tag team champions here in the Mountain State. having competed for the NWA North American Tag Title, but Cruise Control is probably the one team in our locker room today who has as much experience together as the Bunkhouse boys do. They're the only two guys in the back there, as close as the Bunkhouse boys are, that practice these double teams as often as they have. And that is a very real threat to the Bunkhouse boys. But the Bandit reversal out of nowhere.
Oh, the tilt-a-whirl slam!
There's that Bunkhouse slam by the Bandit, goes for the cover, hooks the leg, but Robbie Cruz right in the ring to break that one up.
I tell you what, Robbie Cruz, quicker than a hiccup to get in there and break it up, as he did. And basically saving his brother from getting pinned. And wait a minute, Big Willie Blackheart coming in now as the freshman. Big Willie Blackheart.
Absolutely on fire right now, shot after shot after shot. Takes down Robbie Cruz, goes after Sean Cruz. Bounce him, Sean Cruz bounce up and gets caught on that top rope there. Robbie Cruz comes back for some more, gets knocked to the outside. Willie Blackheart kicks the lower back of Sean Cruz, double hack sandal smash to the front. And Sean Cruz retreats to the outside.
Wait a minute.
And he's coming back in with a chair. Watch out. Oh!
Oh, no!
Oh, no!
Wait a minute. Referee, you're going to have to call for the bell.
Willie just got waylaid with a chair. Robbie just got waylaid with a cowbell. This thing ain't over. Oh, my Lord. You see Mr. Bandit leveling Sean Cruz with that bell. But Willie Blackheart, he got hurt pretty bad this morning too. Bandit the only one standing tall right now. Sean Cruz retreats to the outside, and wisely so, checking on his brother. But the Bandit looks on from the ring.
Where you at, Leonard? Leonard! I'm done with this. I'm done with them getting DQ'd. I'm done with all this DQ bull. It's over. I want 32. I want the belt. April 9th, whenever we're here again. April 9th, you got us. Come on. Bunkhouse boys, are you willing to put the titles on the line?
Anytime.
Say it! Say it! How about a Bunkhouse rules match?
Oh, yeah.
Not for
Wait. Come on. We didn't ask for that. Come on.
Yeah.
We're doing right now.
April 9th. April 9th.
The fastest sale on wheels is back at Lewis Nissan in Beckley. Rapid price markdowns on over 200 vehicles. New 2011 Nissan Frontier King Cab. Rapid price markdown to only $22,900. New 2010 Nissan Altima 2.5 sedans. Rapid price markdown to only $15,995. Plus 0% APR on new Nissans. Rapid price markdowns are back. Only at Lewis Nissan in Beckley. Call 1-800-TO-BECKLEY or online at lewisnissan.com.
For the past 16 years, Mark Hunt has helped hundreds of people who were injured in a car wreck. Mark Hunt and Associates help people put their lives back together after a car wreck. We get cars repaired, medical bills and lost wages paid, and get you the compensation deserved. Call Mark Hunt and Associates. We have the experience to help you when you can't help yourself. Mark Hunt and Associates, 304-344-1800, or on the web at www.markahunt.com.
Kramer Security and Investigations, an industry leader, is currently hiring for the position of security officer throughout southern West Virginia. At Kramer, quality begins and ends with our security officers. We are proud to offer a variety of shifts, competitive wages, professional training, and a great opportunity. For information, please call 304-256-0300. That's 256-0300, or apply in person at our Market Street Beckley or Walker Street Princeton locations. Kramer Security and Investigations, securing your future today. An equal opportunity employer.
On this beautiful Sunday morning, guess what, fans of Mountain State Wrestling? Ricky Shane gets a shot at what is rightfully, and I mean rightfully, his, the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Now, Maestro, everyone in this company knows that I've turned over a new leaf, but I have defeated you. By crook or by hook, I have a victory over the Great One. So today I think I'll make it 2 and put the gold right where it belongs.
Once again, we are backstage. I'm here with the Maestro. Let's talk about your wrestling match with Ricky Shane and your title being on the line.
Ricky Shane, we've been here before. You've been heavyweight champion. I'm currently the heavyweight champion. You've been part of a successful faction in NWA Mountain State. I've been a part of a successful faction in NWA Mountain State. You fight for the people, now I fight for the people. Now the time has come, Ricky Shane, you and I to once again lock horns for the richest prize in our company, the NWA Mountain State Heavyweight Championship. So Ricky Shane, bring your A game. Stro's gonna bring his A game. It's gonna be another classic. Bet on it, Jock. Ooh la la! Looking forward to it.
See Ricky Shane and the Maestro. Are you kidding me? That man doesn't deserve to represent us.
Yes, he does.
He sure as hell doesn't represent me.
He represents. Absolutely, absolutely.
Tell him yourself.
True words have never been spoken. And look at that! There are fans! The Outlaw Nation! Ooh-la-lawing it up with the Mountain State Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
You'll have to forgive them. They had a couple shots during the intermission and they're actually laughing at him.
What?
The pretty girl with the multicolored hair told me that he looked like a middle-aged stripper that somehow stumbled out of bed drunk and forgot to put on his work clothes.
All right, let's get the introductions.
Start this one off. Waiting on the ring of the bell. Stro kissing the title.
Showing it the respect.
Absolutely showing it the respect it deserves. I might not like the Maestro, but I'll agree. The NWA Mountain State Wrestling title is definitely a belt that should be respected. You know, Jay Styles, I think a lot of times because of the animosity.
Look, the sportsmanship.
Yeah, whatever. I think sometimes that people think because of my animosity to Ricky Shane that I've completely written him off. But the fact of the matter is, I would love to see the return of the old Ricky Shane. The guy who knew how to bend the rule book a little bit, who really, really cared about winning that title. And I'm hoping to God, being in this ring against a man that stole that title from him, that won that heavyweight title from him, and a match he wasn't even competing again. I hope that makes his blood boil. I hope it reawakens the Ricky Shane I love seeing out there. A man that should have kept that heavyweight title and never start pandering to the fans.
What? I tell you what, Ricky Shane could not have made a more wiser move than to realign himself with the fans of Mountain State Wrestling.
Oh yeah, the fans did a lot for him. How many months has it been that he's been waiting on this rematch with the Stro? The fans certainly made that one happen for him.
Well, I tell you, if there's anybody who needs the fans right now to continue this momentum after seeing the light, it is raw talent Ricky Shane.
If there's anybody who needs to reawaken his aggressive tendencies, it's Ricky Shane. I loved this man for a long time. He was the man in Mountain State Wrestling as far as I was concerned. I supported him from day one on the scene. And how did he repay me? How did he repay his real fans that supported him all the way to that world title? He spit in our face and started slapping hands with the Muppets. Maestro in control of this one right now. Hammerlock. Combination hooks that arm there. Rolls him over into a pinfall attempt.
I tell you, Maestro, a submission specialist in this business.
He's definitely been around the block a time or 3 million.
Well,
he's come up through everything.
I know.
Started off Smoky Mountain Wrestling, working for Jim Cornette.
Right.
There's a boss. Good God Almighty! You don't know the wrestling business coming out of Jim Cornette's territories. You ain't got a
You might
prayer.
as well hang up your boots.
And went on from there, went to WCW. First match against Sting. How many people have their first professional match in an organization against a man like Sting? Then he comes to NWA Mountain State Wrestling. Wins the world title, does it a couple of times, gets a, well, not the world title, wins the Mountain State Wrestling title, gets a world title shot. But what's he do? He's looking out at the fans, he's slapping hands, he dropped the ball.
He is not dropping the ball. Ricky Shane almost getting his finisher right there. Another collar elbow tie up by both men.
Ricky Shane goes for an armbar, holds onto the wrist lock, trying to torque that arm. Stroh's fighting with everything he has, though. A lot of strength in his upper body. Ricky Shane looks like he's going to turn it, though. Stroh blocking it, though. It looks like he's stepping in.
And now look at Stroh just as he takes Ricky Shane down.
Fantastic drop toe hold. Transitions over into an armbar. Pulling that arm back there. Trying to snap it like a twig, maybe force a submission here.
And I tell you what, Steve, I get a weekly massage, and my masseuse not only gives me the rub down, but she works my arms. And I tell you what, you pull that shoulder back just a little bit too far, you're going to do some serious and permanent damage.
Body's not meant to bend that way. Stroh knows it too. It's fantastic with submission wrestling. I never said he wasn't a great wrestler. I just said I don't respect him, and that's a fact. But he is a great competitor. Both of these men, I mean, they are top tier athletes. Makes me sick to support either one of them.
And now Ricky Shane getting whipped into the corner with authority by the Maestro.
Stroh goes right back to working on that arm. And this is Wrestling 101 right here. If you're a rookie sitting in the back, you want to know how to be truly effective in the ring, watch what's going on right now. Stroh doing what's smart. He picked a body part, he focused all of his energy on it, and he's doing everything he can to take that part completely away from him.
Wait a minute, that pin, this could be it, out of nowhere.
That would definitely turn things around.
Now, wait a minute. Thumb to the eye. That's not the modus operandi of Ricky Shane.
Really? It used to be. And when it used to be, he used to be beating the Maestro week in and week out, retaining that heavyweight title.
And now Stroh with another armbar applied.
And look at the way the Stroh's legs are positioned. Not only is he pulling that arm as hard as he can, he's driving that boot straight in the face of Ricky Shane. And that's going to cause some problems with some vision. I can see the tip of it definitely covering that left eye, but Ricky Shane, he's starting to get mad.
I tell you what, look at Ricky Shane just coming, and look at where he's going to work, on that bad knee of this Maestro, the one that Adam Pearce attacked for 45 minutes.
And you've noticed the last couple weeks out here, a little over a month now, the wrestlers have been focusing on that leg of the Stroh.
Well, I tell you what, you'd have to be a fool not to watch the tape before you wrestle a guy like the Maestro and know that he has a bum wheel right now, thanks to guys like Adam Pearce.
Bum wheel might be an understatement. I think that wheel might be done. Did you see what just happened when the Stroh tried to stand on his own 2 feet there? Just tried to stand.
And I tell you what, same thing happened to Ricky Shane. He was working on his shoulder there.
Ricky Shane locking in that figure 4 right now. And listen to the screams from the Maestro. Ricky knows what he's doing out there. He's picked his body part now. And you can see on the face of the Stroh, yeah, he's in a lot of pain right now, but he knows that Ricky Shane's made a decision too. And he's trying very quickly to figure out a way out of this predicament. Because if there's a guy that knows how to defeat the Stro. It's Ricky Shane. He's done it before. He did it quite a few times. Stro might have done it to him too quite a few times, but Ricky Shane definitely knows how to beat him. He knows what it takes.
Absolutely, both men have a long and sordid past. And now, wait a minute, the Maestro reversing, going for a figure 4 of his own.
Modified figure 4 attempt, though.
Wait a minute, Ricky Shane now.
The way that the Maestro has that cinched in, a lot less chance for reversal by Ricky Shane. His weight is expertly distributed right now to give him the greatest advantage he could possibly have while applying the submission maneuver.
Wait a minute, Ricky Shane slapping the mat. I thought he was trying to get the fans' attention, but no, he's trying to flip himself over. And yes, he's
got those legs locked up. He's turning it over. He's trying to stand up. He's trying to stand up. Modified variation of a scorpion deathlock there by Ricky Shane. And the Stro is familiar with that pain.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe no one's ever done it better than the Stinger, but Ricky Shane sure as heck gave it a heck in his modified variation.
Absolutely. And look at Stro just hobbling over to the corner.
Heck, looking at the Stro, it may have been as effective as the Stingers. And Ricky Shane definitely knew how to follow it up with a fantastic drop kick, and that was straight on top of the patella there. Not only does that add to the pain of the injury that the Stro is probably feeling develop, but I've said it before, I'm going to point it out again for the fans that haven't heard me talk about, that is a sliding bone, and that can become dislodged.
Oh, wow! Ricky Shane with the submission!
Great Texas cloverleaf applied by Ricky Shane. And Ricky Shane is definitely a mat wrestling expert. He's definitely an expert on technical wrestling.
Oh my.
But the Stro can answer that challenge too, and you see him slide out of that right into a submission maneuver of his own. There's a step over toe hold and a crossface there. Stro's rolling him over onto the back while he keeps it locked up. And you see all the directions that Ricky Shane's body's being turned in right now. It's like breaking a wishbone in half. That's what Ricky Shane's back has to feel like, and his legs and his neck are tied up too in such a terrible way, and now the arm is being held back.
And it's the same arm that Stro has worked on for 10 minutes now. That shoulder that has to be so tender for the way it's been twisted and turned and pulled and prodded by the Maestro.
And if you want to know what a world of pain looks like, look at Ricky Shane's body after that offense by the Maestro. Stro just chopping away at him now, pulls him back up to his feet, measures him. You can hear that chop all the way over here.
Absolutely. Shades of the great Ric Flair as the Maestro now has Ricky Shane back down on the mat. Are we going to see another figure 4? No, it's going to be a Texas cloverleaf of its own.
No, not a Texas cloverleaf there, Jay Styles. That's a scorpion deathlock. And he's got that cinched in. He remembers that first match against Sting. He remembers the way that maneuver feels. And he is giving all that pain that he felt in that outing.
He has to fight back. He has no choice. He's like an animal trapped in the corner. He's just gonna have to push with desperation. And that kick may be the momentum shifter. That kick, taking out the leg of the Maestro, may be the thing that changes the tempo of this match. But Ricky Shane's arm is severely damaged. And look at the Maestro sliding over. Not even able to stand on his own 2 feet.
But you see his strategy from earlier. It's coming back to haunt Ricky Shane right now. And the Stro's very thankful he focused on that arm, because without being able to stand up readily, he was able to eliminate any offensive attempt that Ricky Shane could have made at that point. Ricky picked his part too, and he's kicking away at that leg. Stro's dropping away at the chest. I gotta tell you, these guys came in with some great game plans, and I'm not sure who's going to come out on top.
Oh, and a spine buster by Ricky Shane! Wow!
Ricky Shane needs to cover him right now. That's his moment. That's his moment, but he can't hook the leg.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ricky
Shane
Shane
can't hook the leg because that arm's too hurt.
And that's what I was going to say, Steve. As much as it pains me, I would think that Ricky Shane normally would have grapevine the leg, but I don't even know if he can lift that arm right now.
Maestro back up to his feet. He's in the advantageous position right now. But Ricky Shane, he's so hungry for that title, answered right back, but Strobe muscled him up into that fireman's carry position. Somersault through it. That's a lot of weight to get rolled through on that somersault. Ricky Shane is feeling every bit of that, the impact on his back and the impact on his ribs.
2 count. Both men are down.
Both men are down now. Referee up to a 5 count. Can either man make it up?
Ricky Shane on his knees right now. Strobe first went back to his feet. But Ricky Shane, he could have gone up to his feet first. He's much stronger on that leg. He was waiting for the Strobe to get in position, just dived in with a fantastic clip.
Oh.
Back to work.
"13 minutes and Strobe chopping away now at Ricky Shane."
Ricky Shane answering back though. These men have so much desire to come out of this match the victor, and you see how much Ricky Shane's fighting against this, but the Strobe locks it in. It's this song's in time. Crossface cinched in. Ricky Shane, he's about 4 feet away from those ropes. It's him looking out. He's saying, "No, I don't quit." But how long? How long can you absorb this kind of punishment?
Ricky Shane trying to pull himself to the ropes, inching. Just like that turtle trying to reach that first crest and get back to the ocean. Ricky Shane trying to get to those ropes.
Almost there, but the Strobe just cinching back, pulling that neck so far back. And Ricky Shane's fading right now.
1, referee checking the arm.
2. And that's it. No. By the hair of the dog.
And Ricky Shane gets to the ropes. I can't believe it.
Believe it, Jay Styles. Ricky Shane's still in this one.
I tell you, I'd give it to Ricky Shane.
You know,
he has the greatest intestinal fortitude of a former champion that I've ever seen.
You know, I can't help but think right now, an inadvertent low blow could turn things around for Ricky Shane.
Oh, no. Oh, wait a minute. That's it. That's it. If Ricky Shane could roll over, he could be the new heavyweight champion.
He may have just knocked the Strobe out.
I think he has.
Ricky Shane, though, he's absorbed a lot of punishment, too. He was not able to capitalize on that, I fear, quickly enough. Pulls him down.
Oh, my.
Kick out, though.
I really thought that Ricky Shane was going to have it. He knocked the Strobe silly.
Shane and Strobe, both men standing on rubber legs right now. Shane answering back the Strobe shot with one of his own. And they are hammering away on each other right now. Fantastic.
Wait a minute, what the hell?
Look at this. Karl's a little bit angry about Strobe costing him his TV title. Excuse me, it cost him his big match against Ricky Shane last week. Cruz control, they're just angry in general. The Reaper, he's pretty angry too. These men have come together as a family. They're fed up with being shortchanged by management. They're fed up with catching the short end of the stick while guys like Ricky Shane and the Maestro grab the spotlight. Scotty Reigns and Barnett out here. Barnett hammering away on Karl with some stiff chair shots. Misses hitting Conard. Cruz control Karl and Conard heading to the outside. Strobe hobbling in the ring on that bad wheel. Ricky Shane holding that arm after a hard-fought contest for that title. Neither man the clear winner. Karl saying he's the only clear winner.
I tell you what.
No conclusive end to that one, but a lot of statements were made this morning.
Definitely. I tell you what, April 9th, Karl is going to be in there taking on Ricky Shane in that big ladder match here in Hinton. Oh, wow! I'm truly impressed.
This thing is out of control. This thing is absolutely out of control.
You guys need a wrench?
And you see the division here. Cruise Control, Matt Conard and Karl. They stand united, but in the ring standing tall, Ricky Shane, the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Champion. The Maestro of Wrestling, the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Television Champion, Scotty Rains, and the Dark Horse, Matt Barnett, stand united together.
April 8th, Renton, West Virginia, the Cora Community Center, 7:30, Mountain State Wrestling. Turn off MSW YouTube channel. Don't wait till Sunday. Just come on out, buy a ticket, and see us live.
How you doing, everybody? I'm backstage with the Maestro.
April 9th, Hinton, West Virginia. Last man standing. Bulldozer, the time has come. You've been going around the NWA Mountain State saying, I ruined your coronation as being the king of West Virginia. Well, my friend, you cost me the richest prize in professional wrestling. The NWA Mountain State Heavyweight Championship that I hold is a great championship, but you cost me the greatest prize in our business, the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. So Bulldozer, April 9th, Hinton, West Virginia. Gear up, big man, because I'm going to take this hand, hold this belt right here. I'm going to take this hand and chop the big monster down. There only can be one. King versus champ. Bring it on, Dozer. Kingship. Because I'm going to take you to a level you've never seen before. And when all is settled and done, when all the smoke is cleared, Bulldozer, you're going to be mine all night long. Ooh, la, la!
We are the NWA North American Tag Team Champions, Team Mega.
And you're watching us on NWA Mountain State, Fox 59.